you still need an AMA in the middle, like an automated market maker to kind of mint and burn and exchange the tokens. But I do think that interoperability is key in the future.
I just wanted to let you know, jail's not that bad. It's always fun. It's not the worst thing ever.
Right now, all of our customers are still doing both. They're still using Swift and they're using Ripple's products. But I would expect we will have customers that are only using Ripple's products and some,
Why is Elizabeth Warren so worried about my candidacy? Because she can be beat, and I'm the guy to do it. She's never faced a candidate like me.
All the next generation instant payment systems, they're based on ISO 20022. Even those CBDC experiments, by the way, when they interlink, they use ISO 20022.
Enjoy the ride, pal.
It's the XRP Army.
If you got some baggies, welcome to the party. Welcome back to some more Moon O'Clock News. No breakfast, no coffee. Shout out to the latest. Appreciate you stopping by, tuning in, smashing them likeys, stuffing some baggies. Go ahead. Throwing in moon suits. Throwing in pilot shades, because the future's extra, extra bullish. Let's go full speed, full throttle into the cryptoverse. We got the total global cryptocurrency market cap today at 2.79 trillion, up about 3% in the past 24. We got XRP in that number 6 by right around 62 cents. Stellar XLM right around 13-14 cents. BTC back to 70k. ETH right around 35 hundo. We got Flare Networks in the number 90 spot right around 3 cents. Axelar right around $2. XDC 5 cents. We got Songbird right around 0.013. Stronghold back up to a penny. We got Evernode right around 49.50 cents. Zahao right around 14 cents. We got one from Pearsays Technologies to kick things off. Exciting milestone reached on the EVM sidechain. We're excited to release the new version of the bridge with the new scalable interface for future XRP ledger interoperability, adapted for multiple networks, adapted for multiple wallets, adapted for multiple tokens. This will allow us to add the portal for all networks that have bridges with XRPL and list multiple wallets for all these networks. We got Crypto Eddie. Congrats on the first bridge to the XRP Ledger. Hope to see you at the Waves of Innovation next year. Looking to more details for your grants program, the XRP Ledger Corium Bridge. We got one from Vet. The XRP Ledger automated market maker has fixed release 24 hours ago, and the Ripple 2.11 is in activation and will be active April 11th. Pano says on April 11th, we get the AMM back. I expected this to take longer, closer to a month like the previous bug fix, but congrats to everyone for acting fast. It's now time for all nodes to update and also vote for the all fix amendments. Let's go. Speaking of AMMs, digital asset investor, Cybos 2023, you'll still need an AMM in the middle like an automated market maker to the like of kind of burn and exchange tokens.
And how do you solve for that interoperability question? Maybe I'll put that to the middle of the middle of the panel to start with, and then work my way out to the edges.
I think about what we're doing with the regulated liability network with RLN and working with 12 other banks. We, concluded the US one in July, and we're working with the UK one now. Really helps to not just from a technical, but from a legal accounting, what is the proper framework for this to exist and how could it work, right? How can you build out that FMI that is not owned by one entity, right? But is for the interest of the people and the corporations in it. And, we've published a paper on it and it is feasible. And I think that's kind of one of the examples of a hybrid that we can do. But, once those rails are built out and you have open APIs and SDKs for the different central banks, you still need an AMA in the middle, like an automated market maker to kind of mint and burn and exchange the tokens. But I do think that interoperability is key in the future, not just from a protocol standpoint, but from also a token standpoint. You don't want a sideload that's recreating the issues we already have,
AMMs, interoperability, know what you hold. We got Crypto Law US sentence for SBF, Sam Bankman fraud, 25 years and $11 billion in restitution. The sentence affirms the amount of harm Gary Gensler failed to prevent as he put all his resources into non-fraud cases against LBRY, Ripple, Coinbase, and suing Kim Kardashian. Not one investor was protected. Gary, you still there? Sam, you still there? Nerdy X, even more hilarious now.
I just wanted to let you know, jail's not that bad. It's always fun. It's not the worst thing ever. So don't fret if that. It doesn't happen, but if it does happen, it's not that bad.
Sam, you still there? Get those jumpsuits. Get those gel cells ready. Not your keys, not your crypto. Get those baggies offline. US charges KuCoin crypto exchange with anti-money laundering failures. We got one from XRP Daily. Ethereum can do all kinds of stuff, including move value. But some people in the industry look at it and say, well, why is Ether so slow to close a transaction? Well, maybe because it's trying to do too much. XRP is purely focused on value. It can do Visa-like transactions per second and is really equipped to do things in the digital network. The mover of all value, all the money, all the value.
Ripple's meant to be a replacement for SWIFT and the messaging system those banks use and other things like ACH they use to settle transactions. XRP is meant to be a digital way to move value, to move digital money, if you will. And it's really focused on that. So there are other cryptocurrencies. Ether is an example of something that can do all kinds of stuff, including move value. But there was, some people in the industry look at that and say, well, why is Ether so slow to close a transaction? Well, maybe because it's trying to do too much or just trying to do so much or it can do so much. XRP is purely focused on value. It can do, Visa-like 1,500 transactions per second and is really equipped to do things in a digital network that, as I described at the beginning of our talk, we don't have digital value right now. When you send someone a Venmo payment, they don't actually get the money for like 3 to 5 days. They might credit an account, but there's risk being taken by the company there, and that's why the fees are so high. When you use XRP, when one of our customers uses XRP to move money from Thailand to Spain, it happens in less than a minute or two, and it's very accurate and quick to do so, and it wouldn't be possible without that technology. We've seen customers show us product that they're doing developed on us, saying they'll let their customer go onto their iPhone or Samsung phone or whatever and say, I want to move this amount of money. You can move it right now using Ripple for this cost, or you can move it in 4 days for that cost. The only thing is, for us, it's so much, for using Ripple, it's so much cheaper that the app was, we want them to do that to make us look, to show how great our service is. But I don't know if they'll really have banks. Right now, all of our customers are still doing both. They're still using SWIFT and they're using Ripple's products. So, I don't know, I think that's true, actually. I don't know if anyone's 100% on us, but I would expect we will have customers that are only using Ripple's products, and some people like the way the world is. And
first, we had the Internet of Information. Now, welcome. The Internet of Value, all the money. We got one from John Deaton. Elizabeth Warren wants you to believe she can't be beat. Let's show her that. That's not true. Drain the swamp. Free the standard.
Hey, everybody, it's John Deaton. Why is Elizabeth Warren so worried about my candidacy? Because she can be beat, and I'm the guy to do it. She's never faced a candidate like me. Doesn't matter whether it's raining, whether it's snowing. I'm going to grind it out, but I need your help. 4 days to end the quarter. Go to johndeatonforsenate.com and donate today. Thank you.
Link in the description, johndeatonforsenate.com. We got one from Digital Asset Daily. Over $1 billion in U.S. Treasuries. UST has been tokenized on public blockchain Stellar. And in case you missed it, Stellar surpassed Ethereum on tokenized treasuries. We got one from Chad Steinberger. When the CBDC link, they'll use ISO 20022. There'll be no choice but to upgrade.
I use Swift actually talking about migrating cross-border payments to ISO 20022. The first one is when you look at a map like this, you see many countries that are migrating their RTGS systems to ISO 20022. And when you talk about global trade, I was exchanging with a few. What we see in mature economies, about 30% of payments that are cleared via an RTGS system, like the one that you're modernizing, actually have a leg that starts cross-border, right? Because that's the way that global trade is facilitated. You serve your corporate customers, they end up wanting to pay their suppliers from other parts of the world, and these needs to reach those banks that are actually banking the suppliers. They do this for the vast majority via RTGS systems, but this is going to change. We saw on the slide about that before, instant payment systems. We see wallet systems. So increasingly, you have to be ready for transaction cross-border to flow through these different ecosystems. But the RTGS systems are migrating. When you do your calculation, all the next generation instant payment systems, they're based on ISO 20022. Even those CBDC experiments, by the way, when they interlink, they use ISO 20022. Our computation says that by 2025, 85% of the value exchange cross-border will have originated from 20022. So there is no choice but upgrade the cross-border. Because if not, how do you ensure that a transaction that originates in rich data can actually make it all the way to the destination country without data truncation? Yes, you can make it happen, but you will have data truncation. And that is one area where, for compliance reasons, we cannot afford it.
There'll be no choice but to upgrade. Speaking of messaging and ISO 20022 payment infrastructure news, Marcus Treacher of RTGS Global writes for Payment Expert on why traditional banks are having to play catch up with the new standard and how the payment landscape has rapidly evolved in order for the new ISO 20022 introduction in 2025. RTGS Global banks are ready to make the most of ISO 20022. And if you didn't know, Marcus Treacher, Executive Chairman, RTGS Global, former Ripple employee from April 2016 to 2020, 4 years, 9 months, London, UK, launched and grew Ripple's global payment network of banks and payment providers worldwide. We also have this one that got scrubbed from Ripple Insights, Executive Marshall Treacher, appointed Chaps Board, nowhere to be found. Speaking of ISO, THC reschedules chips, ISO 20022 implementation, April 2024. We got FedWire. Federal Reserve banks will adopt the ISO 20022 message format for the FedWire fund service in a single-day implementation strategy, March 10th, 2025. And we have the essence of ISO 20022. ISO 20022, according to the ISO website, is an emerging global and open standard payment messaging is intended to create a common language and model for payments data worldwide that provides higher quality data than other standards. Essentially, the goal is to provide a higher standard of quality for payments across the financial spectrum. The ISO organization has also stated ISO will become the universal standard for high-value, large payment systems for all reserve currencies by 2025. The standard is already being used within payment systems in over 70 countries and will support 80% of transaction volumes and 87% of transaction value globally by the same deadline. In Europe, SWIFT and the European Central Bank have announced that ISO 20022 will be implemented by November 2022. Get ready for 2024, 2025, ISO 20022. And once again, Marcus Treacher on why traditional banks are having to play catch up to the new standard and how the payment landscape has rapidly evolved in order for the need of ISO 20022's introduction, 2025. We got one from XRPL Apex. If you're down in Amsterdam, proud sponsor Zaman is ready to help explore the possibilities of the XRP ledger. Register now and get 30% off with the code APEX24, Zaman 30. We got Equilibrium Games, EQ, a fully distributed gaming hub cryptocurrency. No founders selling millions each month. No miners selling pressure. Released games. Cross-compatible NFTs. Equilibrium Games, built on the XRP ledger. We got one from El Crypto, biggest all season since 2017 is now loading, but some out there have no patience. Know what you hold. Know what's coming. The longer they take, the higher we climb. We got one from GDLT, XRP under $1, XLM under $1, SHX under $1, XDC under $1, HBAR, Algo, DAG, XX, XPX, Casper, Velo, Flare, Songbird, Aqua, Iris, Kin, under $1. The opportunities are in abundance. We got EGRAC Crypto XRP guaranteed 6 to 10x. Historical data serves as the blueprint for the future movements. Let's dive into the minimum and the shortest pumps observed when the 20 EMA crosses the 55 MA on the 2-week time frame. Green 900%, $5.50. Blue 585% to $4. XRP Army. Stay ready. Another one from EGRAG, XRP BTC official Bullrun announcement update. XRP BTC, it is inevitable, but be patient because being a multimillionaire is a mental game more than a physical game. Know what you hold, and know what's coming, and know why. They want those baggies back. We got one from Kamikaze. If you own an XRP Bags Moonshot 3 album NFT, you have been whitelisted to mint the Ripple Effect Side B Music NFT for free over on Sonar Muse. But with that being said, Batman and Bag Ladies, the longer they take, the higher we climb on that XRP rich list. Number of XRP wallets over 5 million. Top 10% holder, 3,000 XRP. Top 1% holder, 62,000 XRP. Top 0.1% holder, 418,000 XRP. And all it takes is a small piece of the prize. How much is your XRP worth? This calculator is based on the valuation model by Susan Athey, Board of Directors Ripple, and Robert Michnick, Stanford Graduate School of Business, in the paper A Fundamental Valuation Framework for Crypto Assets. Swift moves around $5 trillion per day. We can get a small piece of that prize and get 100 billion at 0.1%. You're looking at an XRP value of around $398.29. Let a friend know that the greatest opportunity of multiple lifetimes is still at hand, but the train's left the station. TikTok XRP, 62 cents. Where will those bags be when that regulation jar of molasses finally breaks open? An XRP true price is finally revealed. Big bags. Later glitches.
Shitcoin, put it on the shelf. We headed towards the wealth. BTC, Maxi, Patsy, Moon Fam clapping, they could not tell. Sheep trying to sell when it didn't turn out well. Blink of an eye, red candle, it all fell. Bitcoin was a demo, you ain't get the memo. Net memos, SEC settle, we blasting off the ghetto. Big bags on me, middle finger to the devils. Rocket fly itself, no keys, no pedals. To the top, I need a medal. Stay holy in my temple, ripple net my bezel. Never sold, I never settled. Knew what I hold was special. I knew the fundamentals, flipped the switch.